Quick bit disclaimer before I get this video started. I'm not a professional at anything I do here, so just know that this video isn't some sort of tutorial or anything. If you have any tips or whatever like that you do want to tell me, leave it down in the comments below. But with that, enjoy the video. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Boozers, Rides, and Wrenches channel. And I have one video here that I've been waiting to film for a good little bit here. So as we all know from my previous videos, I have the Coleman mini bike, Big Red in its glory, whatever. In today's episode, we are starting the tear down and build of this mini bike. So what we have sitting here is an old, from my research, it kind of looks like a Sears mini bike frame, and going in it is a Predator 212 motor from Harbor Freight. Right now this mini bike has a 5 horsepower motor in it. I think it's a Briggs & Stratton. I'll bring you guys over here so you can look. Yes, so yeah, Briggs & Stratton, 5 horsepower in there. This mini bike, I have a lot of work to do, but in today's episode, we're starting to tear down of the mini bike, and we're just giving this thing a major refresh. So I'm gonna start off by setting you guys down and getting to work. Alrighty guys, so starting off with this build, we're just gonna take everything off of the frame. So the first thing we're gonna do here is remove just our 2 grips here, simple as taking a Phillips head and running these screws out. And then once I get, the brackets will come off just like that. I'll bring you guys up close here so I can show you exactly what I'm doing. So there was 2 Phillips heads. This was up here, 2 Phillips heads right over there, which I took off. That comes down, and just like that, takes a little bit of convincing. Hold up, let me set you guys down real quick. Sorry about that. That's good right there. And with a little bit of convincing, your grip comes right off. So that grip there was your throttle, and that throttle was shot, so definitely gonna have to order another one of those. I am gonna, I think, have a little bit of trouble finding a new grip, because these are 1-inch handlebars that and I've measured them a couple of times. These handlebars are 1 inch, and most commonly, like on the Coleman mini bike, they're 7/8. So it's gonna be difficult to find that, but I mean, we'll find it. Internet's a big thing. So next here, I'm gonna remove this grip. And I think what I'm gonna do, because these grips are so old, I'm gonna take a pocket knife and cut through that and take it off. So if I just take that, might take a couple of cuts, because this rubber is pretty thick, it seems. So there went my pocket knife. I might have to go get a razor blade. Okay, I'm gonna go grab a razor blade, and I'll pick you guys right back up whenever I get to removing this blade, or removing this grip. Alrighty guys, so off camera I was actually able to just use my pocket knife, and I got that split started, and now this is gonna be kind of satisfying. It'll just rip right down the edge where I cut it. So I am gonna have to cut another. Dude, my blade's gonna be shot after this, but that's okay. Here we go. And just like that, our second grip is off. And like I said, those are definitely gonna need an upgrade from them. As you can see, this where there wasn't a constant, like where your throttle wasn't, that's where your throttle was, and you can see the metal is right, or the paint is right off there. So next what we're gonna do, I'm gonna work on removing the throttle cable from our engine, which if we look here, this is where your throttle was. It runs the whole way down through here and comes right down back here. Now I gotta come to the other side once more. And it runs just, where does it run to? Okay, so it's tucked under here, and it is on this other side. That's my fault. And it runs right there. So next what I'm gonna do, I am gonna remove that, and I'm gonna get this Predator motor that I'm gonna put in the machine out of the way. So I'm gonna set you guys down as I move this. All right, so I got the Predator out of the way. Next, what we're gonna need to remove this, to remove that throttle, we're gonna need a flathead screwdriver. So I got the screw gun. I'm gonna get the flathead bit for it. All right, I got my flathead on here. Let me take you guys, let me fix you. There we go. So now over here, should be as simple as removing this. All right, I'm going to, after seeing that rock, I am gonna set you guys down while, actually no, I can let you guys watch here. I have a place to sit you. So, there we go. Got you guys pointed enough over here. So I'm gonna remove this flathead. And remove everything from it. And our throttle is still hooked up to, so our throttle, I'll show you guys quick. The throttle here is hooked up still to that spring in there, which is hooked up by a Phillips head. So I'm gonna get the Phillips head bit. I'm gonna set you guys down for this because this is gonna be a pain, and I'll pick you guys back up once I have it removed. Alrighty guys, so I removed our throttle cable from in there, so now I can come right up here, grab this, and just hopefully so it looks like, there we go. And just like that, our throttle cable is removed. So next, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start by removing our seat and all that, and then we'll get into something else here. So I'm going to set you guys down as we figure out how to remove this seat. And I do want to warn you guys, this isn't a YouTube tutorial like any of that stuff. I'm just figuring it out as we go. This seat is, well, here. Right there's the seat, it comes right off. But to remove the whole board and everything, it looks like, actually I'm not, so this is all rotten as hell, so it all comes off with ease. So just like that, our seat's removed. There is still metal brackets here that I'm gonna have to remove, which that looks like a couple of nuts are on there. There's a bolt too, and then it'll come right off. So I'm gonna pick you guys up here and we're gonna figure out. So here's what we're looking at. We got our 2 brackets for the seat, which is rotten, like I said. So 2 nuts here for those shocks. And then up here, there's 2 connecting these. So I'm gonna grab our, it's an 11/16 socket. That's too big for all of these. So I'm gonna come down here. Actually, I think I'm gonna grab, where's my 10? I got a 10 down here. See if that fits. That's way too small. Alright, I got an 18 here. I'm hoping that is, nope, jeez. Alright, I'm gonna set you guys down while I figure out what socket I'm gonna need for this, because this is very confusing right now. Alrighty guys, so off camera I went ahead and I got the master link and everything out of the chain. So this will go ahead and that comes right out. I am gonna get a new one of those when it comes time. So now I'm gonna get the wheel puller and I'm gonna remove this clutch and I'll show you guys how that'll work here in a second. Alrighty guys, so I have the wheel puller back on here, and basically it's 3 arms that go around your clutch. Then you take an 11/16 socket with your impact, and you kind of just drive it there until your clutch comes off. So I'm gonna set you guys down while I get this off, and then I will pick you back up whenever I have the clutch off and I'm about to pull this motor off. Alrighty guys, so I've decided here I'm not going to pull this clutch. It's being too difficult, and really I don't need to be able to pull this motor since I already have the chain off. So next what I'm going to do, I'm going to figure out this, I'm going to take it off this 5-gallon bucket. I'm going to get under it and I'm going to unscrew. There should be 4 bolts holding this thing onto the mounts, onto the frame, whatever you want to say. So I'm going to put this thing down off the bucket. I'm going to crawl under it, get all those removed, and I'll pick you guys up whenever it is time to actually pull the motor out of this frame. Alrighty guys, I finally got the 3rd bolt out that was mounting this motor on the frame. It's a new day and I had to take a break from it because it's making me mad. Because, so over here, you've got your bolt, your nut, and then this crush washer. Well, that washer, how it was in there and it was too crushed, one side of it was sticking up and I couldn't get a wrench onto the nut. So finally I got it, it's loose. So now all I have to do is just pull this motor and we'll be good. Alrighty guys, and just like that, our 5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton from this mini bike is out. And next, after we get this frame ready to go, is our Predator 212 engine from Harbor Freight. Alrighty guys, Future Alex here. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I did lose my original outro, so I figure I'd go ahead and still have one here. But again, thank you guys for watching. I'm hoping to get another part out here very soon. I do have some parts ordered, like new grips and a new throttle. I do need to order other parts like a clutch, a chain, and just a couple other parts. I need to sand down our frame yet, and of course paint it. But other than that, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. And I also want to say thank you for the support. I'm sitting at like 124, 125 subscribers, which is just mind-boggling to me, especially when I started this channel back in 2020. I had 10 subscribers, which was all friends, and I thought I was just amazing. I posted anything I could just to get views. And now that I've actually put some effort into this, I just want to say thank you guys for supporting me along the way. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.